Eagle Sci-Fi Modeler. Today I'm going over a review and build of Revell's Star Wars Snap-Type Y-Wing Starfighter. This kit was released in, I believe, 2009. It's a very simple Snap-Type level 1 type model. It comes with 31 pieces. The picture on the box art is of the actual model as it is put together without any added painting. It has painting features that come with it. It comes with an R5 unit that's painted, and it comes with a pilot that is also painted. The only thing I see in here is that the canopy in the picture shows a light blue. It actually comes in the same white color as the rest of the model. So got it for fairly inexpensive. I believe I paid less than $10 on eBay for it. And it comes with some very basic instructions. And we're just going to go into the build and show you what I've been doing with it. Alright, so here's where we're at. I have the main body, the top and bottom sections of it. The first thing I did was address the piping work on both parts of the model. It came in a very shiny gold color, so I mixed up a kind of a rust brown color using some browns, red, and I also have some rust paint. And so I repainted all the piping work. I went back over with kind of a brass colored Sharpie and added in a little bit of detail work. I did not repaint it. I simply let the paint work the way it was. According to the picture, it looked like there was an orange panel on the front of the ship, so I masked that off, mixed up some paint to kind of match that color, then scored it up, added in some Panaline ink and some dry pastels. Still in the process of weathering it. This is just the early states of getting the body parts done together. On the canopy at the cockpit, I've masked off and painted it blue. I still have a little bit of touching up. There's some white showing around the edge of that one. So working on the canopy, that's coming along. The engines, I'm going to have to address. I got this fluorescent orange nozzle piece. We'll do something with that. Undecided whether we're going to light it. I'm sure the next video will probably be more specific. The pilot came painted. The R2 or Droid Unit came painted also. And so that's nice. Don't have to worry about that. With the Droid Unit, I did have to cut away the bottom part of where he sat because he was sitting way too high. It just didn't look natural. So I cut away the bottom, and he's just kind of pushed in there for now. He's pretty snug. I don't even know if I'm going to need to glue it. But he looks a lot more natural in that position. So we still have a little bit of work to do. The cockpit itself is pre-painted. I don't think it's very visible. We may weather a little bit, but probably not a lot to that. Of course, we have the side pieces and the back of the ship. We still have to connect the engine and all. But that's where we're at. Also on the domes of the engines, they had Panalines going crossways. I don't think that is chosen any other. I've never seen any other model. So I've sanded this one down to make it look more natural, or at least the way it's supposed to be, because that just doesn't look right. But there we are, and we'll just keep moving forward. Alright, so here we are with the finished ship. As you can see, I got it all put together. I've painted it. I finished the weathering with the Panaline ink and the dry pastels. Then gone over with my airbrush using this bone white color to soften up some of the darker colors that the Panaline ink and dry pastels did. I'm going to show you a picture of what I use for a reference. I saw this. I don't know if that is a studio model picture of a studio model, but I liked it, and that's the reference, and that's what the look I was going for this kit. So coming back to this model, again, I airbrushed over to soften up the darker colors. I just made a little quick base out of it used to be a runabout, the bottom of a runabout that I had laying around. The engine nozzles I drilled out where there's just holes and darkened them up. Obviously I decided not to light it. I did use some dry brush techniques to do some of the weathering over the cockpit and the rest of the ship using some whites and silvers. The cockpit does open up, and I'll show you a picture of that. And you can see the pilot sitting inside his cockpit. I did have to drill a hole in the bottom for the display base. I actually need to work on that a little bit. The model doesn't come with a stand. It doesn't come with landing gear, so you have to either build landing gear or make a stand or something for it. But here's a look at the bottom of the ship. And the top view and the guns. It does come together quite well. I did glue it together just to make sure it doesn't fall apart. These bars that come off the engines are a little bit tricky. Make sure you put those in order. I do have a little bit of crookedness going on this side. I'll have to try to fix that later. This one came out pretty straight. But for the money, I think it turned out pretty nice. Definitely if you're a beginning modeler, don't want to spend a lot of money and work on things, this is a way to go to practice different painting techniques, weathering techniques, and it looks pretty good. I think it turned out alright. So anyway, that's the build for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon.